This is Tom Salemi from OIS-TV. I'm here with Nancy Lurker, the new President and CEO of pSivida. Welcome.
Thank you. It's terrific to be here, Tom.
We really appreciate you taking a few minutes. I know you're going to be on stage in a little while, later this afternoon, but just wanted to find a little bit more about the company. I know you joined last month officially, correct?
That's correct.
What opportunity did you see at pSivida?
Well, first of all, pSivida has amazing technology, and that was what drew me more than anything. Is the technology is very sound, very solid, and it has tremendous opportunity to provide a number of different drugs in a sustained release mechanism that can go from anywhere from 6 months to 3 years. So there is a lot that can be done with this technology.
Yeah, that's certainly a hot area these days, the ability to deliver drugs over that period of time. Where is pSivida with its uveitis studies?
Yeah, well, we're very excited about that in particular because as we just recently announced, we just reported out our 6-month results from our one clinical trial, and we are now fully enrolled in our second clinical trial.
Wow.
And the uveitis results look outstanding from our first clinical trial with a p-value that goes out 7 digits.
That's outstanding.
So, and that is in recurrence of uveitis.
So how large is the trial that you just enrolled?
We're 150 patients.
Okay, that's sizable.
And then the first one was 129 patients.
And where are these being done?
The first trial was done in multi-center sites across the U.S. and ex-U.S., and the second trial is being done in India.
Okay. So where does this put you on a regulatory timeline?
Yeah, so we're looking at filing in the EU in the first quarter of 2017 and the second half of 2017 in the U.S.
Excellent. And do you have any, obviously you never know with the FDA, these things can take as long as they take, but do you have an idea of when you'd like to see potentially have something on the market if all goes well?
Yeah, so it's always hard to predict, as
Yes.
you say, but we would expect in the U.S. your typical 12-month regulatory review. So realistically, we're probably looking at somewhere in the second half of 2018 for a launch in the U.S.
Excellent.
And then obviously before that in Europe.
Terrific. And what other programs? You have a broad pipeline. What else do we have to look forward to going forward?
We're looking at a number of different things. In the eye-related, we have a program in wet AMD where we're looking at TKIs. And then we also have a program called Tethedur, which is more biologically based, but that's still very preclinical. Probably another one that's very exciting, back to our Durasert technology, which is for small molecules, is that we've got a program with Hospital for Special Surgery that's still an IND study. So it's still very early stage, but that's looking at in the osteoarthritis market for relief of pain. So you're taking our Durasert technology, putting it into a space in the knee area and eluting a corticosteroid over a period of time. So that one also is very exciting for us. And as I said, I'm going to be looking at with the team, of course, many other opportunities with small molecules.
Fantastic. And finally, financing-wise, what are your? Do you have any objectives over the short term? How well capitalized are you? What sort of financing plans do you have in the future?
Yeah, well, we haven't disclosed anything in particular, but it's obviously as we begin to look to potentially commercialize Metadur, which is the uveitis indication using Durasert in the U.S. We'll be looking for a partner ex-U.S. And then in the U.S., we are certainly evaluating where we would launch that potentially ourselves. It's very doable. It's a very discreet physician base, as I'm sure your viewers know. Relatively small, around 2,000 physicians we would need to call on. And so my background is primarily all commercial, and I've got a very good sense for how to go about doing this in a very cost-controlled risk mitigation way. Should we make the final decision to do that, we will, of course, need to raise capital, and that will happen probably sometime next year.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you coming on OIS-TV to tell your story and on the stage at OIS.
Thank you, Tom. My pleasure.
Great.